Hello, hello all. Are you there? I don't know. Oh wait, is it starting? It says live video. What? See, I am a YouTube person. All right, so I'm more inclined to record my. Oh, live. Okay, am I live? Well, nobody's watching anyway. So anyway, now where's the monitor? Oh boy. But anyway, what I was saying was I usually tape on YouTube and pre-tape. And I call myself a one-take wonder. I don't like to do multiple takes, but I have. Um, I do one or two takes, and then go from there. However, I am here on Facebook Live streaming. Typically Brian would join me, but we're like 8 hours apart. And so, oh no, how do I frame at 15 to, how do you change the frame? Right in the middle of the show. I gotta look this up. Okay, how do I do this? Specifications. Oh my goodness. And this is a, oh, okay, here. Okay. Did I do it right? Let's see. You see why this live business is kind of, oh boy. Now I gotta go back and hit the back button. They should have opened another window for me. I'm up here streaming. Let's see. Facebook. All right, let's see. Okay, I think I'm okay now. All right. So, I'll get to my beef. Oh, and I want to mention that um, tomorrow's Halloween. So this is going to be uploaded on YouTube to watch another time. So if you notice that I am dressed like the skeleton's wife, you know, it's because it's Halloween. All right. I'm not a devil worshiper and I don't worship the dead. So that'll be another beef about a friend who said that she's not going to associate with me and discuss religious things that we were studying and different things like that. I do not practice the occult. All right. I like to make videos. I have a video playlist on YouTube that's called True Ghost No, I'm sorry, it's called Ghost Adventures Coming True. Ghost Adventures Come True. I'm going to change it to like creature feature because it's going to be about all kind of, scary supernatural, horror and different things like that. So, but you know what they tell people in all the articles, get to the point, and that's what I even teach in my college writing classes, get to the point. Okay, so the point of this Facebook Live is the issue with contractors. Contractors in Portland, Oregon. Um, I don't know what's going on with the CCB. It seems like anybody and everybody who wants to be a contractor can be a contractor. And these people, half are not continent. Well, they're always asking to use my bathroom, so I'm not far off on that one. But half are not competent. Uh, the others have some sort of substance abuse issues. Others are not professional. They want to be your friend and come hang out in your house and eat your food and drink your booze and, you know, hang around your house when people who are not related to you and are not your friends don't need to be hanging around your house. people who work for you should go home. All right. And there's other things, but I want to say that a lot of these contractors obviously do not have pride in their work. They have pride in accepting and running down to the bank with your checks, you know, and their Ponzi schemes, you get money from this guy, robbing Paul to pay Peter or whoever, or however that goes. It's live, so I can't even look it up. Yeah, robbing Peter to pay Paul. But yeah, so I'm going to have to finish this project in my basement. And every time I go down there, in fact, one of my friends says, you should change your set. You look like you're in your bathroom. I'm not in my bathroom. I'm standing outside of my sleeping loft. I sleep on, like, I had a loft built, and so I have curtains and stuff, and it looks all like bohemian and Arabic, Moroccan and all that stuff. So this is where I am. I am not in a bathroom. I would never, well, unless I was doing like a makeup tutorial, which I'm probably going to do. But even so, I don't think that the bathroom is really the best place for a camera. I mean, I never take a computer in the bathroom. I never take, unless I'm like a bath or something and I want to watch a how to video or something like that. But anyway, getting back to these contractors. So I started an ADU project in 2017. And the people gave me a quote of a certain amount. It was around 45,000 or something like that. Oh boy. They had me pay them all this money and then they figured out they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to put. See, my basement has never had a bathroom in it, and the pipes are below, and so they didn't know how to do that. So the woman makes up this deal that I insulted her and said that she was a scammer and all this stuff, and so they weren't coming back. Well, they weren't coming half the time anyway, and guess who went down to the city to get all the permits and everything because Mrs. Lazy Bones could never go down with three babies, a little baby, and then like a 3-year old and a 5-year old. Every time you call them, you could hear all three of them carrying on. Oh my good. And then, okay, after I sued them, well, oh, I can't even go into how all that went down. But the attorney said, well, they didn't show up because she just had another baby. Oh, come on, people. And the lousy contractors they are, how can they afford all those kids? Oh my goodness. I mean, they're not on Angie's list. They're not on Home Advisor, which is Angie. Okay, I keep up. I keep up. Um, you know, oh, it still says that the frame is too low. What is the frame rate? How do I change that? Well, this is just a test show anyway, so let me go back to this Facebook business page and see what they're talking about. What is it? How do you reset it? Uh, oh well. Like I say, it's just a test show. Nobody's watching but me. I can't get any of my friends to watch my videos, by the way. I asked, "Oh, can you watch?" Well, I'm not. I don't let me say that. Let me stop complaining. Just some of my friends, I keep saying, "Did you see my video yet?" Oh no, I'm busy. I'm paying. I need to pay my bills and stuff. And I'm like, okay, you need to pay your bills 30 days out of the month every day. Oh shoot, I'm not going to be able to continue this because it says that Oh, oh. Here's the deal. Oh shoot. Okay, I think this might be it. What happened was that this computer, this is an emergency computer that's got to go back because I thought I was buying an HP, and this is some kind of mess that the way that they described it. Oh, now I'm out of the frame. Oh Lord. Uh. Okay. Here. And then my light. Oh man, it doesn't have any hardly any. Oh no, come on. This isn't the half face show. I used to have a show called the half face show where I would just it would just be like just one half of my face. Oh, am I on oh Lord. I Oh Lordy. You know what? I need to change this thing. Now I see what they're doing when there's oh. And then I close the windows. You know what I'm saying? No. Okay, it's okay. So here, let's do this. Gee, how do all these people have these successful live YouTubes, and I'm just, having a time. I am having a time. Whew, no. Live? Come on. Oh, now my clothes are all, gee. Oh my lordy. Oh, whew. Costume malfunctions and everything else. Anyway, let me try to get back to what I'm talking about. And so these contractors, and is there a glare? Is there a glare? Okay, hopefully everything's going all right. I did my makeup, like Halloweenish. So I'm supposed to look, I'm trying to look a bit ghostly. Yes. But, okay, well, let me get back to business here. So, these contractors, one after another, I hired this other one who was started out legit. He helped me with these raggedy contractors who didn't know what they were doing. And do you know what this girl did? I needed to have electrical and plumbing work done. Okay? So they tell me that the company that does the electrical, they need 80% down to do the work. I was like, 80%? Are you kidding? That who has that kind of cash to just come up like that? 80%. And so I got as much as I could to them, which was pretty close, like 75% of uh the electrical stuff, okay? And I'm not going to name dollar amounts too much because, well, with contracting, it's pretty much the big bucks, okay? So, the people came in and did their electrical. They started it, okay? They started it because, they have to rough it in and then come back and after you have your, lights and fixtures and different things and appliances and, all that stuff. So, they came and did roughing. I guess that's what it's called, a rough in. And so I called them because I had a question about the breaker because they put in a new breaker box. And so I call them and I'm talking, saying, oh, well, I have this question about this electrical stuff because, I'm wondering, where the fuses, not the fuses, but, where this and that and blah, blah, blah. And so I said, and by the way, I can't believe you require 80% down before you'll do the work. And they said, what? What are you talking about? I said that you guys, 80%? We don't ask for 80% down. They said, what's your address? And I said, da 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 da, blah, 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 And they looked me up and they said, oh, okay, we know who you are. So and so's working that job. They haven't even paid us yet. They said we require 10% or nothing to do the electrical rough-in. And they said that this contractor, they hadn't even paid them a penny. And this girl told me, and then when I caught her in the lie, and the only reason I was calling them was to talk about the breaker. Well, she leaves a message on my phone talking about, oh, so you went to the electric company, you went to the electricians, and you were asking about this and da 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 da. Because, see, after they talked to me, they said, well, we better go track down our money. We better go track down our money. And I said, look, I did not. I called her back and I sent her an email and I said, look, I wasn't calling. I said, I don't care how much money you tack on top. You're the general contractor, but I expect transparency. So, and so then I did. I said, "What kind of scam are you running?" And that's when she said, a couple days later, when she got caught in her lie, talking about 80%. They're robbing Peter to pay Paul. These contractors, they can't even keep on top of their stuff. That's all they do is, and then the other thing contractors do is they go to Home Depot and order twice the materials they need so they can go use them on another job at your credit card. They are the dishonest people, most dishonest people. And then she turned it around and acted like I was attacking her. The thing is she got caught in her lie, is what happened. She got caught in her lie. And they left my house in, I mean, it was terrible. And so when the plumber came, I hired another contractor who turned out just to be just as terrible. He's the one who helped me out of uh, a pickle because those contractors who where the girl was making up lies and couldn't ever get down to the city to get any of the permits and stuff like that. Um, what was I going to say about him? Oh, he is the one who got me out of a pickle, and then he turned around and stole my money too. Yes, he did. And then the way he was acting was we were supposed to, he said we can get the job done because it was all framed out and everything in about 4 or 5 months. Well, he dragged on for over a year. And every time you were trying to get in touch with him, he was in Las Vegas at some kind of a convention, some kind of building or, you know, muscle car event or something. And then he even went to when something happened to one of his kids though over in Thailand. So he flew over there and all this stuff. I gotta wait. I gotta wait. And he just acted. And you know these contractors, they just walk in your house, and you're eating something like potato chips, and they just stick their dirty, disgusting hands in the bag. And see, when I eat potato chips, I pour them into a bowl. I don't eat potato chips out of the bag. Though I'll eat potato chips out of the little one person bag. But if it's a big bag of potato chips that multiple people eat, I put it say popcorn, peanuts, whatever. And so they come and stick their disgusting hands into my food. Oh boy, and don't let me go on. I have to do about 5 or 6 shows because I've had contractors go in my refrigerator. One guy had his girlfriend over, and she went and you I don't know if you know the backstory about me being a vegan and right now I have to go back and forth eating meat because I just go way down because the vegan diet, I really love the vegan diet, but it takes you down or because you've got to eat like constantly, and then it's not fun to eat when you have to eat. But anyway, he brings his girlfriend. She went into my fried chicken, and ate the chicken breast. Ate the chicken breast. This thing is still saying too low FPS. What is this thing? Where do I even find it? Well, anyway, I'm going to wrap it up pretty quick because I've been here 20 minutes anyway. But let me say that the things that the contractors do, and see, I'm going to have to do another take on YouTube because I don't think this is going to probably turn out. But anyway, they eat your food. One of them said, "Oh, I'm going to replace that beer." I said, "What? What are you talking about?" "Oh, I drank your beer." He had all week been drinking my beer. The beer that I kept for this other deadbeat kind of boyfriend guy. But anyway, it was his beer. It, so he drank the whole 6 pack of Killian's and replaced it with Hams. Ooh, 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 ooh. And I think he stole my Rolex watch too. I haven't been able to find that watch since then. Having him in there, and he was always and then he'd bring his girlfriend and start yelling and screaming at her, just about blew the roof off my house. Oh man. So yeah. And then the other ones, can I use your bathroom? Oh, I can't. That is not. Contractors should not be using your bathroom. And that's all they do. Can I use your bathroom? And then there were these two with this one company. They come in to my house at like 8:30. Didn't say good morning. Didn't say nothing. Straight to the bathroom. The both of them. And then when one had to go get some tools or something up at Ace, like some screws or something, the other one had to go. Those two meth heads. Meth. Okay? And then when I tried to tell the general contractor, who had absolutely no knowledge of anything construction, I try to say these guys, the way they're acting, it's not, I'm kind of suspicious that there might be something going on. And then he, you know, goes all down my throat, about, oh, you're talking about my, and the guy came, they met, oh boy, the mess they made. It's not even describe. It's indescribable. And then, I just say don't come back, but they've been paid, and then they want more money. They want more money when I had to tell some of them, please, stop. Oh, and then let me tell you about the one who came over, and when he was supposed to work, he sits down at the table where I'm trying to work on my dissertation, finish that thing up. He comes in, instead of goes to work, and it didn't even have a tape measure. Do you have a tape measure? He comes in. He was supposed to be there at about 10. He shows up at after 11:30, sits down and says, "Oh, I brought my beer." I said, "You brought your beer?" I said, "You drink while you're working?" And he says, "Oh, it's okay. It's all right." So that was a disaster. He was hitting on me so hard. I had to try to, you got to not be at home. This guy he was so messed up. So messed up. I was doing my laundry in the basement, and wouldn't you know, a pair of my underwear fell on the ground. I thought, out of everything, how could this? He picks it up and starts going, "Oh, yeah." And I grabbed it. I said, "That is so unprofessional." And he thought that was funny. And I told his cousin who referred him to me, and he thought it was funny. Well, everybody who I tell the story to actually thinks it's funny. But that's pretty bad when you have a female in a whole house alone at that particular moment with this man in your house, in your basement. And then the foolish man, I told him to take a shelf down that this other contractor who had took all the liberties to throw in his little designer touches in, which I hate it. I hate it. I was going to do an IKEA thing. He's bringing me all this cheap from another job. And he's got all these holes and stuff in the kitchen where he tacked up and put up all these shelves that were they were like mismatched. And they were the kind that I like to have floating shelves. He had the kind that have like those L thingies, whatever those, I forget what they're called right now. And one was like this and one was like that. They were like all different styles. I just about had a fit. And I asked that drunk to remove the shelf. So he takes down the entire range hood and lays it on top of my brand new stainless steel stove to get scratched. And then the other contractor, I told him, buy a stainless steel refrigerator. I'm doing a stainless steel thing. I go down there. What's down there? A white refrigerator. I said, I asked for a stainless steel refrigerator. Yeah, but this one was so much cheaper. And I said, take it back. He says, well, I took it out of the box. I don't think they're going to give me a refund. And your point is, oh, oh my goodness. You see what I'm talking about? And he did the same thing in the bathroom, put up all this stuff that I did not ask for, and then he bought a toilet, some cheap toilet, and I said I want a Kohler toilet down there. And he says, "Oh, nah." And then he goes and tells this other guy, "Oh, Marcia and her antics." My antics because I want a Kohler toilet? So I'm going to get a Kohler toilet down there. I'm having that toilet removed. And in the kitchen, the other one went and picked out the countertop. And he picks out this faux uh, concrete, but it's only like this thick. So, the concrete's usually like that. And he got a gray. I didn't want gray. I wanted, what is it? Granite. And I wanted stuff to pop, and I wanted things contrasting off of the other because now it's almost the same color as the flooring. It's kind of similar, and it just isn't what I asked for. And then I went downstairs to do something, and I looked at the sink, and it's a big gap around the sink how they cut the counter. So there's gaps like this around the sink in different places. So I'm going to have the whole thing redone because water, when someone comes in there, the water is going to go in between the gaps and ruin the cabinets. Okay, is going to ruin the so I have to have all the counters taken out. I'm going to have that toilet taken out. I'm going to have the backsplash because when the contractor put the backsplash, he didn't ask me what color grout I wanted. He put white. I didn't want white. I wanted it to look like a clear glass little wall like in my kitchen that I did. I did the tiles back. I did a backsplash like what 16 inches high all around the whole kitchen. And he should have known from looking at my kitchen how I wanted it downstairs. And so he did white, but he didn't even use grout. He used that white stuff that you put around bathtubs and stuff, that sealer kind of stuff that you know. So that's got to come off. And then let me go into the, oh, I'm going on so long, but let me get this last thing out. The electrical company, what is it, electricians, they called when I talked to them about that girl who had made up that lie about wanting 80% down. They said, and because I went down and now how the electrical is, I had the basement actually finished in like 2010 or no 7 something like that. So when they came to redo the electrical for an apartment down there, it's like the lights, they're in different spots and some are too close, and then they covered up some of the outlets. And I said, I really don't like how this looks. I want something smooth. And the electrician told me, oh well, the first ones, the ones who lied, the scammers, they said, do the absolute minimum, the absolute minimum. So they got a quote for a real job, and then took the job and cheapened it and told them, yeah, what, leave anything you can. Just do the minute, the littlest bit you possibly have to do. So that's what's been going on with my project. And of course, I'm out of money. I'm out of money. And so I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do the electrical myself, even though I do know how to do electrical because I changed all of when I redid the kitchen and I tiled it. Took out all the old fashioned outlets and switches, and I have them modern. And I'll show you my kitchen sometime. But and the kitchen kind of, because all the different contractors, you would think. Now I lived in Europe all those years, and I still technically still do live in Europe. But my friend had an apartment built on top of his villa. Oh man, 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 man. Oh, off the. Mm, I mean, from the floors to the ceilings, from wall to wall. That apartment is slamming. And then after that, the way he decorated it, and like the toilet is like a floating type. It doesn't look like a toilet that's like in a public restroom or not, or something like that. It's like almost like a floating toilet, and the button is in the wall. Like it's like this. It's like the wall is flush, and then there's this thing you press, flushes the toilet. I tried to ask for them to do something like that here. You kidding me? You kidding me? and then can't even buy a Kohler toilet, which I'm going to have installed. And I had to put a note when they finished that bathroom. I went and put a note on the toilet with a bottle of Clorox for uh, sanitary reasons. No, for hygienic reasons. Please use the toilet upstairs because they thought that that was their personal toilet. My brand new bathroom is there for their use. You know, if any contractors are listening, please listen. Don't use people's bathrooms. Don't get a honey bucket. You're going to charge the same. You're going to charge the person for it either way. Or go to Whole Foods. It's right around the corner. There's all kind of gas stations and stuff. Don't eat our food. Don't hang around after work. And don't just disappear for weeks at a time. There should be a law that they cannot collect any more than 10%. Any more. 10%, and then when the work is done, they get the rest. They get the rest. That's SAG. That's how SAG treated me. When my actors got jobs, I could take 10%, and that was it. And that's a hard job being an agent. And the actors, they get their job, they do their thing for $880, and then you get your $80, and then that's that. Good luck collecting residuals and stuff like that. But anyway, that's a whole nother. So I'm gonna end it for now, and it says that the FPS, whatever that it frame rate is, so I don't know if this even shot, but I'm gonna have to go back and do a YouTube on OBS, and it'll be like my second take. But I'll try to get it down because half an hour is too long. Most people can't even pay attention for 5 minutes. No, I'm kidding. But anyway, okay. Well, I'm gonna go, and like I say, this was a test show. I hope it at least went on air. All right then. Well, I hope everyone has a nice evening and have like some fun things planned and all that stuff. Okay. So, all right. Well, we will be in touch. And until then, we will chat again.